Hi, and welcome back for another video. Today we're going to focus on the arms, and more specifically we're going to focus on the bicep, which is this big muscle on the inside of your arm, of your upper arm. So to start with, we're going to start in standing, one hand on our tummy, one hand on our chest. You can close your eyes down if that feels good to you, and take a deep breath in through the nose. Feel your belly expand and breathe out through the mouth. Let it all out, kind of relax your muscles. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And exhale out through the mouth. Maybe make sure your pelvis is tucked under, or your tailbone's tucked under. Last time, in through the nose. And out through the mouth, feel your belly start to contract to your spine. Very good. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to start with some shoulder rolls. So you're taking your shoulders all the way up to your ears and let them roll down and back. All the way up, down and back. I've explained in other videos that I typically don't go forward because we tend to go forward all day long. So usually all the way up and back and down, and then straight back to up. If it feels good to get that motion, you could definitely can. It's just not as needed as the other. Good, and then reverse it. Kind of breathe through it. Let your fingertips relax. Let your hips relax. Next, we're going to do standing cat-cow. So your arms go in that field goal position. Open your hands. Arch your back. Always kind of feels good after sitting and working on patients all day. Your gaze can go up to the ceiling, and then bring your arms in. Feel your shoulder blades separate, and your belly comes down to your spine. Inhale, open up your arms, squeeze your shoulder blades together, and exhale, bring your arms together, belly button to spine. Inhale. Gaze can go up, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze those shoulder blades. That's where a lot of your rotator cuff muscles attach. Exhale, bring your arms together. And so that can feel nice to strengthen that. One more time, open up. Strengthen those rotator cuff muscles to help your shoulder health. Exhale, bring it back together. Things a therapist thinks about throughout the day. So next, what you're going to do is bring your arms out to a T. Palms facing up, and then bend your wrist or your fingers, point them down to the floor. You're going to curl at your elbows, maybe touch your fingertips to your shoulder, and then release. Nice and gentle. Sometimes this can really feel tight through the forearms or the wrist. This is just a warm-up. This is just some gentle movement. So there's no reason to be hard on ourselves or pain. Pain causes swelling and inflammation. None of us want that. That's not why we're doing this. One more time, fingertips down, and exhale back up. Very good. Bring up my exercises. Okay, so I don't have weights in the clinic today. I forgot them, so I'm using good old water bottles, which is something you can do at home. So to start with, we're going to do a good old chest press. So bringing our elbows back to the back of the room or the or back wall, and then you're going to push it forward. Tailbone is tucked in. Push forward. We're going to do 10. Inhale, and then exhale as you push forward. Inhale it back in. Perfect. So as long as you can have just a little bit of weight, and you know what? Sometimes just moving against gravity is going to be helpful too. So if you don't have anything to hold on to, just doing the movement. Good. Inhale, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Exhale, push it forward. Inhale, squeeze. Really start to think about that mind to muscle connection. We're going to do, let's do one more. One more time, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Exhale, push it forward. Very good. My hands are going to be cold after this. Palms facing forward or in. We're going to go back to those bicep curls. So I tend to go forward, but sometimes I like to switch it up. So I'm going to do that today. So we're going to go all the way up and all the way back down. Today we're going to try to avoid staying down or up. So we're in constant movement, but nice and slow movement. So that was 4. We're going to do 8 more. Really connect to your breath, especially if you're using a little bit of a harder weight, or a heavier weight, I should say. Good. This is 8. 4 more. 9. Make sure your belly is brought into your spine, or your tailbone's tucked under. You could also do this sitting. So if that feels better for today, have a seat, lean back, and relax. Perfect. Okay, so starting with your elbows bent at 90, a weight in each hand or nothing, or a water bottle, you're going to cross one arm over to the opposite shoulder and then bring it back down. So this counts as 1. We're going to do 12 on each side. The bicep muscle is very big. There's 2 of them, hence the word bicep. So you may say, I can go up a little bit on this weight versus the chest press. Whatever you have at home, whatever feels good to you. This is 5, I think. We'll say that's 6. Me and my counting. I always thought I could count, but I noticed, and I was thinking about this the other day, it's because I don't have anybody to talk to. You know, when other people are talking, I can listen and count. But when I'm talking and counting, it makes it a little bit more difficult. So you might start to feel those upper arms kicking in, which is a good thing. We're going to do it 3 more times on each hand. And just a reminder, we're just trying to get 10 to 15 minutes of movement a day. So I apologize if my lack of counting is throwing you off. Just the movement. We'll focus on just the movement. Perfect. Now what I want you to do, so you're going to kind of readjust. So we don't need to pull those shoulders down. We don't need them up. We just kind of need them a happy medium. You're going to drop your hands down a little bit, and then you're going to bring it up just a little bit past 90 and back down. So it's almost like a little pulse. So that's 2, 3. So this is a great way to fatigue those muscles, is to add a pulse. And a little bit different to do. I like a little bit of change with exercise. I don't like to do the same thing every day. I did read where there's a study where we used to think about muscle memory. They say, well, maybe that's not a thing. You know, good old experiments or science studies, and sometimes it's like, do this. And then they say, never mind, that's not a thing, do that. We're going to do 2 more. And 12. Perfect. Okay, so next you can put one down if you want one weight, but you're going to touch the opposite shoulder, and then we're going to go out to the side. And then we're going to bring it in and go out to the side. So you should feel your shoulder blade moving. Like I mentioned earlier, a lot of our rotator cuff muscles attach back there. So that gliding and stretching and strengthening with your shoulder blade, with those muscles, can really help your posture. So that's 8. We're going to do 4 more. 9. Good. 10. 2 more. This is another great one that we would use in the clinic after rotator cuff. So all about keeping those muscles strong of the shoulder. Very good. Kind of shake that out a little bit, and now we're going to do the opposite arm. So opposite shoulder, bring it out to the side, and then back across. This tends to be a little bit harder than other exercises. Going back to physics, I didn't love that class personally, but it was needed. So when you think of a weight all the way out to the side and it's going all the way to your shoulder, it makes it harder. It's called a lever arm. There's your science tidbit for the day. 5, I think, maybe. I'll say this is 6. Good. 7. So breathe in on your way in to touch. Exhale on your way out. Breathe in. Exhale. Breathe in. Exhale. Breathe in. Exhale. One more time. Breathe in and exhale. Perfect. Shake it out a little bit. We've got one more strengthening exercise to do. So coming back into that 90 degrees. So my elbows are tucked into my side. My weights are in my hand, palms facing up. My pelvis is tucked under. You're going to bring your elbows, or are going to stay into your side, and bring your arms out to the side. So sometimes you'll hear this called a W, and then you'll bring it in. Exhale on your way out. Breathe in on your way in. When you exhale and on your way out, squeeze those shoulder blades. So put some thought into it, that mind and muscle. And this is a great exercise that we don't always do every day. So sometimes, with our day-to-day stuff, this is one where we think, I don't do this very often. And it might feel a little strange, but I promise it's a wonderful movement to do throughout your day. Good. 4 more, I think. 1, 2, and again, try to keep that fluid moving. Try not to stay out there too long. We'll say 1 more. And perfect. Okay, we can put those down now. And all right, so next what we're going to do, let's move back into that cat-cow. So we're going to be here, field goal to your arms. Open those hands, especially if you're one that uses the computer a lot. That hand stretch is so important. Take a deep breath in, maybe arch your back a little bit. Exhale, bring your arms together. Inhale, open up, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Exhale it out. Breathe it in. Exhale it out. Good. Next, you're going to clasp your hands again behind your back. If this is too difficult, and I'm going to show you what you can do, is you can grab a pin. So grabbing a pin, a ruler can help you bring your hands together if you can't reach on your own. So doing this, roll your shoulders back and just take a deep inhale and exhale. Relax those muscles, relax your jaw muscles. Take a deep inhale and exhale. The next, what I want to see you do, if it feels good to you, is you can lift off your tummy or off your bottom. Sometimes this is hard to do, but getting that shoulder opening stretch is great. Again, going back to our posture, if we sit at our desk all day, or just in life in general. Perfect. All right, next what I want you to do is go back to that field goal. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go down and then back up. Nice and gentle. If your body is not used to going down, it can feel tight. So relax those shoulders, bring it back up and back down. Again, I keep my hands wide open. I tend to keep my hands koala throughout the day, and it just feels good to stretch those muscles. More time, and down. Perfect. So let's end with our 3 diaphragmatic or belly breaths. 1 hand on our tummy, 1 on our chest. Again, you can close down your eyes if that feels good. Take a deep inhale, feel your belly expand. Exhale through the mouth. Feel your belly flatten to your spine. Inhale, notice your tummy rising before your chest. Exhale it back down, your tummy flattens. Get all that air out. Last one, inhale and exhale through your mouth. Get all that air out. Let that diaphragm push against those lymph nodes. Very good. To end, we'll just do a nice little snow angel out to the side. Lead with your thumbs all the way overhead. Bring your hands to the middle and come down to your heart space or your chest. Thank you for joining me again today for our 15 minutes of exercise per day. And know that you did something healthy for your body. Maybe go drink a glass of water after this to kind of flush everything out. But you're doing great. Tell yourself something kind.